All right, here's another nice question to look at solving rational equations. So first off, here's the question here. And the first thing you need to do is factor the bottom, which has been done here and here. Perfect. So really we have 6 over x minus 3, x minus 1, minus 1 over x minus 3 equals 1 over 4 x minus 1. Good. Now I need to figure out my lowest common denominator. So I need an x minus 3 and an x minus 1. That's from here. And then over here I need an x minus 3. Oh, but I already have it. So that one's taken care of. These are taken care of. I need a 4. Oh, I don't have a 4. So I need to include a 4 in there. And then, got it. And then I need an x minus 1. I have it. Good. Okay, so this is my lowest common denominator. Now I'll take each one of those terms and multiply it by that lowest common denominator. So, and this step looks ugly, but as long as you can get the lowest common denominator, then the rest of it's okay. So I'm going to go 4 times x minus 3 times x minus 1. And I'm multiplying that by the first term, 6 over x minus 3, x minus 1. And then minus my lowest common denominator again, times 1 over x minus 3 is equal to the lowest common denominator again. Don't forget to do it for every term, times by 1 over 4 times x minus 1. Now I look for canceling stuff, and at this point, all the denominators should go away. As long as you pick the right lowest common denominator, it should all go. So the x minus 3 goes, x minus 1 goes, and you're left with 4 times 6. So that's 24. That's what you had up here. Okay, and then on the next one, the x minus 3's go, and so I have minus 4 times x minus 1. Oh, that's what you have sort of up here going too. Okay, times 1, but when you multiply it by 1, it doesn't really change. But anyway, that's good for that one, is equal to, okay, the 4 goes, and the x minus 1 goes, so I have x minus 3 times 1. So the multiplying by 1, I'm just going to get rid of that because you don't need that. When you multiply by 1, that's the identity property, doesn't change it. So now I've got 24, and now I'll use the distributive property to go through here. And this is that dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking negative. So it'd be minus 4x plus 4 is equal to, on this side, it's just x minus 3. Good. So now let's get x's on the left. So minus 4x, bring this x over, it'll become a minus x, is equal to negative 3 there already. Bring the 24 over, it becomes a minus 24. Bring this 4 over, it becomes a minus 4. So minus 4x minus x, that'd be a minus 5x, is equal to, I don't know what that is. Minus 27, minus 31, I think. Okay, now we'll divide both sides by a minus 5. So I'll come up with x is equal to 31 over 5. See, that's what you had here. I see what you're doing. So this was good. The only thing that was wrong was that dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking negative got you. Everything else looked to be correct. Yep, yep. Everything was right with that. Awesome.